Hey guys, so just a simple and fun video today, nothing real technical in this one. So today we're going to install our newly reskinned dashboard, lower crash pad. Also we're going to have a look at the rear view mirror, see what's involved with that. And then also some new sun visors. So these ones are now black on one side, gray on the other. When you buy these from your supplier, they're going to be gray two-sided. So I'm going to show you how we can get to that. Take a look at our originals, definitely need replacing. So let's see what's involved with these. We'll break them down one piece at a time, take them outside, and put them on.
Our lower crash pad first. This one's real easy to install. It's just 4 studs with 4 nuts and washers. I'm not using any lock washers in those locations. I'm just using some Loctite. The reason is I just don't want to over torque those. I don't want them backing out, but I don't want to over torque them. If we cinch those down too tight, we could get a bend in the straightness of our lower crash pad there. Also, I'm adding a little bit of foam on the inside here. That's going to help out for like a gasket type situation. Take any kind of vibration out that might be metal to metal where it would be contacting somewhere. So I think all our contact points are pretty good. Let's take this one outside first and put it on. All right, I think that's definitely going to work. All right, and moving on to our dashboard here, so you can see I've added some foam to the inside area of the bottom side. And the reason I'm doing that is originally from the factory they had skinned the inside with some leatherette, although their material was a lot thinner. I'm not going to use a leatherette to do this because I think we could run into some issues with it fitting and drying down. This foam will compress to any shape we have going on in the dashboard and not take up much space. So the purpose of that would be to be like a gasket and prevent any metal to metal vibration. You might get some noise, squeaking, or vibration from your dashboard. That should prevent that. I'm using mostly original fasteners in here. These just push into the dash. I was missing a couple of those, and this is what I found to replace them. Actual identical replacement part to the original. Here's your part number on that. So if you need some duct clamps, they can be had. So there's going to be 4 of those on the back edge there. There's going to be 1 on that edge there. And then we just have 2 studs that are coming off the dashboard. These will go down through the body, through a grommet. And here's a look at our grommet. So I got these from Stoddard. These just press down through the body, and our studs pass through the center there. A little red rubber grease through the center should help draw that through there without any resistance. And then I'll just add a little petroleum grease to our duct clamps just so they slide through the dash without too much friction. Alright, so this one's ready to go in. So the trick with this one here really is the approach angle and attitude of the right hand side as we push it into the dashboard. So really what it wants to go in level, as tight to the brow as possible, with just a slight upwards tick on the right hand side. Let's set the camera up. I'll show you how we get that in there. If we come in too high on the right, we're going to end up damaging our A-pillar. Our dash grommets and a little red rubber grease. And then next we're going to want to draw down our 2 nuts onto our studs. Not all the way, but you want to draw it in significantly until you start to feel resistance. That should be about the right amount. And then a look at our driver's side here. So from here, we should be in far enough now. Just push on the dash. It should clip right in. If it clips in, then we'll just snug them down, and that should be it. Okay, I think we're in. So we'll just tighten down those 2 studs and we'll take a look at her. All right, let's take a look and see how we did. So it is possible to over tighten those 2 studs. They are resting up against the rubber grommet. So when they bottom out, just a little bit more on tightness. If you go too far, what will happen is you'll end up putting an indent in that center section there and pull it inwards. And then a look from the inside. And then down the face, and then also you can see where we're drawn up, but there is a little bit of space behind there all the way down. And that's the look. And then our driver's side. Okay, I think we're in pretty good shape here. Let's go take a look at those sun visors and see what's needed to install them. So looking at our new sun visor set, I acquired these from Sierra Madre, real nice looking reproductions. The only problem with these, they only come in one color. And for my particular year, they had a black on one side. So flipping our originals over, you can see they're actually in pretty good condition. But to restore these things 100%, we really need to get inside them, open them up, and pull out all the old rotten filling in there, replace this mirror, and all these end connectors here are all faded. Quite a bit of work to restore them, and I don't know, even if we put all that into it, we could get them back nice and tight like they're molded brand new ones here. Let's take a look at a couple pictures and see what I did to mask these off, to get them resprayed out, and then we'll take a look at what we used. So the finished result, really not too bad. I think those are going to look real nice sitting up in there. And so what we used here was this classic coat sim. And this is the tape that we used. There's a vinyl tape with a yellow automotive tape around the perimeters. And we stuck that down. There is a seam right on that edge there. You can just press it right down into the seam and it actually will seal off and give you a nice line on there with. So what I did is I put them outside on a warm day, got the vinyl surface warmed up, and wiped them down with a denatured alcohol microfiber rag, and then blew them off with compressed air. Once I got everything nice and clean, I was able to spray out probably a half dozen coats to move through these and get it to completely opaque out. But yeah, I did a real nice job, real happy with the finish, and shouldn't have any problem using that product. So then the next thing we want to just be careful of on these new ones here, these hinges are actually a little bit tight in here. I've got this adjustment screw backed out all the way for this particular one. It's still very tight. And this one here, really tight. So what I did is I took some 3-in-1 oil, a syringe, and injected a little bit of 3-in-1 down in there, although it really should be grease. I'm afraid to take these out of here because you can run into some issues. Once I took these apart, real difficult to get them back in there without running into some problems. So let's hope the 3-in-1 just loosens them up a little bit, gives them a little bit of lubrication. Other than that, they should just screw into place. Let's go see what they look like. So I was able to buy a real nice quality reproduction. I purchased this from Aussie Sales. Real nice quality mirror in there, and specifications and look and machining there, real nice quality. The only thing I wasn't too happy with was the stem itself. This is a stainless steel stem. It's really not bad, and you could use it if you didn't have a stem. But I just went with the original, had it sent in to advanced plating for rechroming. Did a real beautiful job on that. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the original stem, rechromed, and put it on our replacement mirror from Aussie Sales, and go with that. We'll just need to add a little grease on our ball connection in here, just so it pivots well. And I'll Loctite these threads in a position that'll help lubricate that as it's going down in there. And then we'll take her outside and bolt her on. All right, I think that's going to work. And that's going to be our finished look. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.